I've had this controller for a little bit now, probably going on a couple months, as you can tell by the grime in the thumb pads there. And I'm probably gonna clean that at some point, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. Fucking doesn't matter. Anyways, I'd heard that stick drift was like kind of a major issue with these Series 2 controllers, but I haven't had any of that until I figured I'd share this little factoid. Until I was messing with the settings in Halo Reach. I recently downloaded all of the Master Chief Collection, and I was like, well, this feels crazy, because I'm so used to playing like Destiny 2 and other shooters like that, where, this is grenade, this is melee, this is aim, this is shoot, jump, reload, interact, switch weapons, toggle this to crouch, not hold. This one, switching grenades, completely fine with that. I don't care, but I was messing with the settings, getting the controller layout to the way I'm used to, the way I enjoy playing, and then I noticed that the reticle, ever so slightly, was just drifting around. I'm like, oh dear. Is it the stick drift for the Series 2 that I've been hearing about? No, it's because I had the dead zones set to 0%. Because, I'm I'm not like a super incredibly hardcore gamer, especially not since having a job and having to actually sleep and all that stuff, like a real job where I have to pay my own bills and stuff. But I still game fairly regularly, so I still need to fucking like the trigger locks are on medium for me. Like if it's there, I'm gonna augment it to the way I like it to. And so I had the dead zones set to 0 so that I can turn faster and stuff, because I hate it in games when I have to try and like dial back my reflexes. Like that's why I couldn't play Bayonetta after a little bit, because that game is older, designed for older consoles. Like it's a great game, funny franchise. I like it. I mean, there's the obvious reason, hot chick funny, haha, but like it's also a great game, great mechanics, very eloquently told. It's another one of those games developed by the Asiatic companies where they took the time to polish it to the point where, like I was talking about last time, where, oh, press the start button, not A, not B, not any input, press the start button. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, so with the older Halo games like that, I was trying to make it to where I could enjoy playing it without having to dial back my reflexes, because I can't really do that. How do you dial back your reflexes? You've developed these fine tuned skills for so long that at least I can dial them back. So I had the dead zones set to 0% on both sticks, and that's what was causing. Because, if it's just ever so slightly like that, you know, generally that won't move anything, because why would it move anything? But it was actually moving things, so just a little tap like that, where it's not fully centered but not fully moving, that will give you stick drift if your dead zones are set to 0. Because these things, you can go into the settings and fine tune it to where, like, this is truly a game changer. Most controllers only have one setting. That's the most universally accepted setting, but with these, you can customize how this functions. You can customize how this functions on both the X and the Y axis. You can seriously fine tune it to where it feels perfect just for you. And as you can see right there, there's 3 settings that you can switch between that. So that's the second setting. That'll just restore it to default because I don't have it set up for anything else. And that's the third setting, default, again, because I don't have it set up for anything else. And this one is mine. So maybe these things don't have as much stick drift as people think. This is my only Series 2 controller. They're obviously expensive pieces of equipment. They're almost as expensive as buying a whole new Series S, which is wild. Worth it though, but yeah, maybe they're not as janky as people claim that they are. Maybe people just have their settings on so high and the thing is doing what it's designed to do,